Hi, I'm Jennet Ingle. I'm the 5 Minute Reedmaker. If you're watching this on YouTube, please go ahead and click subscribe for me. That way you always know when I drop a new episode. Thank you. This week, I actually just wanted to share a little clip from an event I did a few years back called Cultivating Joy. And this clip occurred to me, this share occurred to me today because it's Thanksgiving week here in the US, and I am so thankful for the community of oboists that exists in the world, for the community of you, 5 Minute Reedmaker viewers, for the community of musicians that I am a part of. I think musicians are wonderful. And if any part of you feels nervous or anxious going into your holiday gigs, your orchestra gigs this week, this month, this year, I want to offer a tool to just make it feel a little better. So, this idea for you of listening for excellence, which again came out of my Cultivating Joy event from a few years back. I hope that this feels helpful to you. I hope this is a tool that is useful. All right, here's another technique I wanted to talk about, which is tuning in to the excellence. True story. This used to happen to me all the time. I'd be playing along, things are going fine in the orchestra, and somebody makes an audible mistake, and it wasn't me. And so I find myself thinking, heh, I made a mistake. Or I find myself thinking, see, I'm glad I didn't make that mistake. Or I find myself thinking, I can't believe he made that mistake. Why isn't he more prepared? Did he not see that key signature? And I'm saying this in the present tense, but really this is sort of a remnant of my judgmental 20s. And yet, our brains do things, right? We do notice when people make mistakes around us. And what I found every time is that if I had that kind of negative thought about somebody who made a mistake, the inevitable next thing that happened was that I made a mistake, and mine was louder and mine was worse. Because suddenly that's what my brain is thinking about. My brain is thinking about mistakes. My brain is thinking about errors. My brain is thinking about wrong things that happened and what that means about the person that's involved. But what I notice, and this is also real, is that when I spend my time in the ensemble listening for excellence, listening for someone who's playing a solo and going, wow, listen to that thing they just did. I wonder if I can do that. Or I find myself listening for noticing when the conductor leans in a little bit and the strings all go and lean in a little bit. There's something so exciting and beautiful about that. And when I find myself noticing the excellence that is happening around me and noticing things that I admire, it makes me do better also. And maybe this is karma. I think bad things about other people, bad things happen to me. Maybe it's just resonance. If what I'm engaging with is the good things that I hear, then I also tend to try to create those for myself. And in any ensemble, it is not reasonable to expect that no one will be having a bad day, right? There's 60 people on the stage. Someone is going to make a mistake. And it's, just as likely to be me as anybody else. But someone is going to do something that they shouldn't be doing. But if instead of paying attention to that, I look for the moments where all of the people on stage, maybe it's just a quintet, maybe it's a full orchestra, maybe it's a Mahler-sized orchestra. If I look for the moments where everyone is pulling together and it's possible for the magic to happen, those times are so worth it to me, and they make me want to be a part of it. And so the technique I'm thinking about is just called, let's look for the excellence around you. Let's look for the magic and find it. When you notice the things that other people do well, and when you also acknowledge the things that other people do well. There is a magic there, right? And in the orchestra, it might just look like, shuffling your feet or patting on the side of your leg to celebrate the flute solo right next to you, or the person who did something wonderful. But it's also about like finding that person afterwards, or finding that person on the break and saying, hey, I really loved the way you played that solo. That was really beautiful. And the other part of that exercise is when somebody gives you a compliment or acknowledges something that you do well. Can you accept that as a compliment? Or do you feel like you have to deflect it? Oh yeah, I mean, like, I can't believe I finally got that. Or would have been better if I'd had a better read. Or it still isn't the way I wanted it. I wish I could have been better. Like, how, if you think back to the last several times anyone said anything nice about you, do you find yourself just able to say, thank you, I worked hard on that? This has been a 5-minute Reedmaker episode. Really, it's just been a little snippet from a previous event, actually. If attending an event like this looks like it might be fun to you, please note, if you're watching this in real time on Thanksgiving week 2025, please note that next week, Tuesday, December 2nd at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I am offering an event, Oboe Open House, where the oboe community at large can get together on Zoom. We can play some games. We can answer some questions. You can get your burning questions of me answered. We can play some games. We can do some activities. We can get to know each other, and we can bring the holiday season in enjoyably. This is a completely free event. You can sign up at the link below in the description, and I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.